Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Let's talk Guardians. Ken Rosenthal, who is always on these things, when he says it, you know it's 100% true, claims that the Guardians would be open to trading Lane Thomas as well as Josh Naylor. We talked about maybe they should deal Naylor anyhow. He's got 1 year left. But the report said that they can't be for minor leaguers.
No.
They cannot be for minor leaguers.
Or if they are minor leaguers, they better be guys that are starting the season on the roster.
That are ready, not prospects.
No.
Like,
And
we
also,
would need major league ready talent, and we need a lot of it.
Or if they combine it with other trades where they're trading minor leaguers for other guys at those positions that have longer contracts, then I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Here's the bottom line. The A's, I can't even call them the Oakland A's. They're just the A's. They're not even the Sacramento A's.
No, they're the
A's. They're playing in a minor league ballpark. They have had no attendance for years. Don't blame the fans. It's because they've had a crappy team and in a terrible ballpark. They just used the biggest contract in the history of the franchise to pay Luis Severino. You could debate all you want whether that's a good use of funds. The bottom line is at least they're trying now. The Guardians must absolutely spend money, and if they don't, they deserve to be crushed for it. I don't care. I know the owner does a lot of good things, but he absolutely deserves to be crushed if they don't spend any money. And if their only offseason moves are re-signing Austin Hedges, trading Eli Morgan, and then trading away Josh Naylor and Lane Thomas for, hopeful minor leaguers that are going to start on the team, that's a disgrace. And
they also let Matthew Boyd get away.
And Matthew Boyd,
I would not have paid the money that Boyd got.
I said that Wednesday. I wouldn't have either. I thought the number was too high.
Why do we care about the money?
Well, I think they could do.
It's a pass for the owner.
But no, I'm not giving them a pass. What I'm saying is, if I'm going to spend $30 million, I think I could spend it somewhere else more wisely.
Go trade for Jeffrey Springs, who's under team control for 2 or 3 more years at $10 million a year. I'd take that over signing Matthew Boyd for $15 million.
And I would too.
Okay, fine. But first of all, Jeffrey Springs is coming off an injury too.
Fine.
And Jeffrey
Matthew
Springs
Boyd is as well.
It's not just $10 million because it's $10 million and prospect capital that you have to give up.
Fine. It's still 10. They've got the prospects. It's the money. The prospects aren't as valuable to them as the money. And you even said on Wednesday,
Bull, that they've held too tightly to some of these prospects.
And that's fine, but they haven't. If they do that, that's fine. We can't complain about the money on these pitchers. They're all getting. That's where the market is for these guys.
But that's their wheelhouse. That's their specialty is finding pitching. So don't overpay for that. Spend it on the hitting.
Yeah, I mean, now
it's not overpaying if everybody's paying that price.
Ben Lively? Can Lively do again next year what he did last year? I don't know. I think it's hard to duplicate, but they didn't even trust him enough to put him on the postseason roster until they had to.
Yeah. Well, in terms of the original question, I'm not surprised by the Naylor thing at all. He's got a year left to control. And the way this organization operates, you can't lose the asset and get nothing for him. This is how they keep doing it. You trade him with a year left. You're not going to get a ton for him, but you are going to get a prospect for him. That's what you're going to get for a guy with 1 year left on his deal, unless you roll it into a bigger deal. The Lane Thomas thing, they've got other outfield options. I do think they're going to aggressively pursue an upgrade at the outfield spot. They got Chase DeLauder coming in that category that you're talking about, a AAA guy who's ready to play right now. Obviously, Kwan's established in left field. So I'm not surprised by either of those names. Kyle Manzardo, we've talked about it at length on the show. Manzardo was brought here to be the replacement for Josh Naylor, and that time is now.
I think that to the baseball people, these moves make sense because that's their business model, exactly what you just said. However, I hate the message it sends to the fans. The fans know a couple of names, but 2 of the names that they absolutely know, even though he's been here a very short time, he created some unbelievable playoff moments. If you go up to the average Guardians fan and say, hey, Guardians just dealt Josh Naylor and Lane Thomas, and they got 2 guys that you've never heard of, that's not going to go over well.
No.
It is not going to go over well.
Which is why they got a hit on it, because from November to March, the Guardians get crushed. From April to September,
they're relevant.
More times than not, they exceed expectations.
No, you're right. You're right. But if, like you brought up the A's, if they're making moves, now they have to because they need a fan base.
I hear you.